Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. In this video, we are making a spa headband. What you're going to need is a piece of color fleece, but you can also use recycled fabric to make this as well. Next, you're going to need a piece of elastic, which is 1 inch wide. For the first step, you're going to create a tube. So the tube is going to be 2 inches wide, folded, and 31 inches long. For the bow piece, you will need to cut out a second piece of fabric. The measurement for this piece is going to be 10 by 10 inches. I really wanted a big extravagant bow, so for this part, you can use a measurement that you prefer. So now that I got my bow piece, the next step is to cut out a third piece. And you want something that is 3 inches wide and long enough to wrap around your bow piece. After cutting out our tube, our bow piece and our third piece, the next step is to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the opening side of the tube and make sure that the wrong side of the fabric is facing out, so that way when you turn the tube inside out, you will have the right side facing you. When you are done sewing your tube, all you need to do is turn it inside out. Moving on to the bow piece, here again you want to make sure that the wrong side of the fabric is facing out, so that way when you turn the bow inside out, you will have the right side facing you. Now all you need to do is sew both sides and leave an opening in the center about 1 inch wide so that we can turn it inside out. Once you're done sewing your bow, you can cut off the extra thread and material, and then lastly close off that 1 inch gap that we left open. For the last step in the sewing of our pieces, we need to sew that third piece. If you're struggling to turn it inside out, you can use a safety pin. Next, with the elastic band, I suggest for you to wrap it around your head so you can see how much you will need. Then take the elastic and insert it through your tube. Make sure to secure the ends with a pin so that way you can sew the elastic to the middle of the tube. Here, what I do is pull on the elastic and sew on the existing seam line I made. Here's a close-up of me pulling on the elastic and shoving the material and making sure that my elastic is in the center of that existing seam line. So what I do is pull on the elastic and then sew. And once I get to the part where my fabric needs to be straight, I will pull the fabric down. For this part, you can really just take your time. Make sure that you are sewing on that existing seam line and use that as a guideline to sew a straight stitch. So after you sewed your tube, you can now cut off the extra elastic and take one opening of the tube and overlap it with the other side, then just sew straight through the center of the tube. Alright guys, so we're almost done now. All we need to do is wrap that third piece around the headband and the bow. Make sure to go over the ends of the third piece so that it does not come loose ever again. Then cut off the excess fabric that you don't need, and you are done. And now you got a super cute, fuzzy, comfortable headband that you can use to wash your face with, lounge around and undo your makeup with. These headbands are super useful on days when my hair is oily and I just want to get it out of my face. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mini tutorial, and if you plan on making a headband by watching my tutorial, then please share it with me on my social media. I would love to see you guys' recreations, and if you want to see more DIY videos, then please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.